But all right. So you have issues with inconsistency, huh?
Pretty crazy, right?
That's always a hard one for me, because really inconsistency.
Right click.
Wait, get Arcadem. Did he ask for group? It's up to Shade, she's a group player. But the inconsistency thing is like, it's like that for a lot of players, I think, where some days you're on and some days you're not, and I think you just have to play around the fact that, you know, some days you are just going to be completely on fire and some days you aren't. And if you're inconsistent otherwise, you really just have to basically, I don't know, you just have to play more. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is you play more at the start and you won't be as inconsistent, and then later on though, 1 sec. Damn, he got me. So long story short, I feel like there's a few different ways to be inconsistent, like in game. The first one is you're brand new to the game, you have no idea what you're doing, so sometimes you're just amazing, sometimes you're not, which I feel like is more applicable to someone, like someone who probably just started playing a week ago. So my advice there is just play the game more. Now there's also the other issue where players in like competitive tournaments end up being, sometimes they're inconsistent there, sometimes they have days where they're amazing, some days they're like nervous or whatever. And for them, I just feel like they just have to have a routine, and if they establish a routine where they normally play, then it's a lot easier to be consistent. It's like getting in the same mental state almost every time you play. I don't know if that really helps you out, but anyway, there's something to talk about. But thanks for the donation, man. I'm sorry I missed your previous one. And we missed one. Lenny donated $2. What grip style are you using? This palm, claw, or fingertip. Also, I've heard Zowie EC2A is better than ZA12. What is your opinion? Isn't the EC2A a different type of mouse? I think the EC2A is kind of similar. You know, I actually can't tell you what the EC2A specifically one, like that one in specific is. The only thing I remember is that there's the EC2, and I think the EC2 is like Death Adder huge, like absolutely gigantic. Oh, I died. He did 100 damage from that far away. Oh, holy crap. And so, I mean, if they're fundamentally different mouse shapes, and you can't really compare them, he says, Gunno's hand measurements for research middle to arm, then knuckles. Oh my god, it's you again. But thank you, Lenny, for $2 donation. As for the grip style, I always swap between grips as I aim at people. You got like fingertip and claw kind of. I don't think anyone really palms the mouse too much, unless you're like just full palming it so you can like swing really far in your mouse pad. I can see some players doing that. But I mean, naturally, I think the more natural aim style is fingertip. Oh, he's so weak! He didn't die from the headshot. Oh, I could have punched him again or involved. Oh well.
Wow. Good match, guys. Excellent gameplay, my friends.
And Dr. Bossy has just subscribed. Thank you, Dr. Bossy. Appreciate the sub, man.
Curious George.
I can't wait to see you all in
Get it? Because he's a monkey. Curious.
This must be. I actually kind of wonder if this is good aim practice in Spawn sometimes. You shoot the basketball as it bounces around. Pretty good.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Seagull, what's a good sensitivity for console players? I can't even begin to tell you, man. I have no idea on consoles. Like, actually zero. I missed! He was even standing still! Don't have flashbang, don't have flashbang. He had flashbang! Didn't have a roll though. Gonna get in the mech. Alright, WebMFS is donating $2. What's your opinion of Mei right now in the current meta? Do you think she has a place in competitive play at the moment? I personally feel she's really good, but maybe I'm wrong. There's actually a couple different aspects to that question. The first one is, like, you know, even if I think Mei is good, doesn't... I mean, the current meta, I guess, is your specific question. So...
Don't come here. I'm hitting.
I think she has a place, but people just haven't learned to use her yet because she has a pretty good learning curve for using her with on like a team environment. What the? Am I stuck? What the heck? Interesting. You slide around, but that learning curve, people are still brand new to the game for the most part. People have not been playing for that long, or are even remotely that good yet, right? So.
Nice shot, Scenarius.
First off, that's why I think she hasn't been used. Second, is she really that strong in this meta? I don't know, I couldn't say. I think she has a spot, or like she could potentially be really good, but fights end so quickly because of double McCree that I think that's the main issue right now for her anyway, that she has to get... Like, people have to use her ice wall. Oh, I could have walled that. That was my bad. What else? There's a couple different... The other aspect of that question I want to address, though, was the fact that the tournament, so we have weekly tournaments through Gosu Gamers, right? This weekend, Gosu Gamers is implementing a 1 hero limit in their tournament, apparently. That's what the current rumor is from, like, I've been playing scrims, people have been telling me, okay, Gosu Gamers tournament this week has 1 hero limit, so let's scrim 1 hero limit. And so now you might see more Mei because people can't just run double McCree or double Winston or anything like that, right? So, I never even got to use well.
Guys, fantastic gameplay.
Good change? I mean, good change is debatable. I think it's...
Wow, what a highlight intro.
We'll have to see how it actually plays out. Damn, this guy's a solo queue in our team. Never died. This guy's amazing.
Vote for Seagull.
Epic.
Thanks, everyone.
Vote for Seagull for president.
People say 1 hero limit is better right now in chat, but I mean, the reason why I don't like it is because it's still a fundamental, like, you're making a huge change to your rule set, and it's like, I feel like a huge change to the gameplay should still come from Blizzard, not tournament organizers. Like, otherwise, you run the risk of like making a different game than what everyone else is playing. And I come from TF2, so that was a huge issue in that scene because we had to do our own balance patches essentially by restricting things because Valve wasn't effectively balancing the game for years at a time. So, I don't know. It's in this game I feel like Blizzard pays enough attention. There's enough patches that doing restrictions and changing up the fundamental gameplay, it should be Blizzard's call, not the tournaments. To me, it's like saying, I mean, yeah, sure, a lot of these doubles are incredible, but are you sure it's... How can you be sure it's not just a phase? And it's like, well, closed beta tournament players, what they argue is, well, if you look at the history of the closed beta tournaments, nearly every single tournament, there's going to be something that's a little bit overpowered,